Hi, so this is a little PowerPoint I put together and made into a video to give you a sense of how to work through this course. And this is particularly important if you've never used Blackboard or if you find Blackboard confusing, this might help. So be sure to work through it. Don't just look at it and go, I don't need it. This gives you a sense of what I expect from you and also what you can expect from me and also where things are located because I know every instructor does things differently. And since you're already here, that's a good start. Okay, so how to get started in this course? Well, the first thing you need to do is work through this module, the Start Here module. You're already this far, but it's not just this. There's a short video that introduces me. There's a discussion assignment where I ask you to post a photo and some audio and let us get to know you. There's a syllabus quiz, which isn't really a quiz. It's more like, here, read the syllabus, make sure you tell me that you read it. So work through all the different pieces of the Start Here module before you move on to the first module of week 1, which is the writing process. So work all the way through this. Pay attention to the syllabus. There is a syllabus in this course. I know there's a lot of stuff in the syllabus. I know all that, those policies and stuff. But you're responsible. When you take this course, you're saying, okay, I'm going to do the stuff that's on the syllabus. So you need to know what is on there. In particular, there's things like my policy for late papers, a brief recap of the different assignments. So, take a look at that. And then the course schedule in particular, and it's linked in a couple different places. It has its own link, and it's also on the homepage. That's pretty much your Bible. That's our course on paper. So you should look at it every week because it tells you what modules you need to do, what assignments are due, and when, the due dates. And that's the main place you'll find due dates. Within the modules, I don't put due dates because then I have to change them every year. So the course schedule will tell you when things are due. But that's not enough. Don't just read the course schedule and go, okay, I'm good for the week. Make sure that you go through the module for the week and all of the other things that you're supposed to do. Usually there's a discussion post every so often. There's things you'll be doing in your writing group. Okay, so every week. This is an asynchronous online course, but that does not mean that you can just do things whenever you want. There are due dates every week. There are assignments every week. So I've paced it kind of like a face-to-face course, except that you're kind of flexible as to when you check in. But I would suggest you plan on checking in 2 to 3 times a week, just like you would go to class 2 or 3 times a week, depending on your schedule. Maybe at the beginning of the week, and then in the middle of the week, and then maybe before the end of the week. For me, weeks start on Monday and end on Sunday. So just kind of be aware of that. Other instructors may do it differently, but that's the way it works for me. So every week you should check the course schedule. Like I said, it has all of your due dates and assignments, and any readings that there are from your textbook. I post an announcement every week that sort of recaps your assignments. So make sure you read those. Read whatever module or modules, sometimes there's more than one, that are assigned that week. I spend a lot of time on these modules. I do mini lectures. I add web links. Sometimes I add other videos. And very often I'll get questions from students that tell me, you didn't read the module because that's already answered in the module. So check the module first. Go work through it. Watch the mini lecture. I try to keep them short. And there's an assignment recap at the end of every module that says, okay, here's what's due this week. And then every week you should also check discussions. There's a whole class discussion, and these are places where I'll post a question and get you to respond to it. And then your writing group has a discussion board as well, where you'll post drafts and feedback. Okay, so where the heck do you find all this stuff? All the modules are in the left-hand menu. I know that's a big long list, but the course schedule tells you which ones are due for each week. Assignment sheets and other handouts are found under the link that says assignment/handouts. Main discussions are located in the left menu under student tools, and your writing groups are under writing groups. And you won't get a group until the end of week 1, the beginning of week 2, because I have to wait for everybody to drop and add and everything. Once you click on writing groups, you'll see your group's homepage. a list of other members in the group, and all of the different tools that you can access in your group. And you have discussion boards, you have Collaborate, you have a lot of different ways to interact with your group. And there's also a raise your hand section in discussions. It's an ungraded form at the top of the discussion board. It's a good place to ask questions. Rather than email, just post something there. I check that frequently. But if you are reading it and somebody's asked a question and you have the answer and I haven't had a chance to respond, it's okay for you to go in and go, hey, here's the answer to that question. Okay. All right. So what do I expect of you? Like I said, you should plan on logging in at least 3 times a week. This is not self-paced. There are due dates for things. And I'm a little flexible on due dates if you let me know that something's up. But if you're consistently late, I'll take off points. Check out your writing group and your class discussion several times a week for responses, comments, and questions. It's really kind of pointless to wait till Friday to post your response in discussions, because by then nobody's had a chance to respond to you. So it's a good idea to post your response early in the week and then later in the week go in and react to your classmates. Stay in touch with your writing group about your drafts and any comments. And if you're going to be late for some reason posting, let your group know. Let me know too, but let your group know. There's an email link on your group page, and you can just click email group and you can tell them, hey, look, I'm having some issues this week. My draft's going to be a little bit late. Always let me know if you have questions, concerns, or need some extra time for a valid reason, not just I blew the class off or I forgot I was enrolled. I do have a doctorate. It did not come with a degree in telepathy, so I can't read your mind. I don't know if something's up unless you tell me. And you don't have to give me all the details. That's fine. It's enough to just say, look, Dr. Kurtz, I'm having a really bad week. Could I have a couple extra days? You know, just tell me. Because if you don't tell me, I'm going to assume the worst, which is not always true. And always use proper netiquette. And there's a thing on a description on the syllabus of what this means. But basically it means, remember, there are people behind all those names and posts online, and treat them the way you would want to be treated. So no insults, no smart comments, nothing like that. Okay. What you can expect from me. I will check into the course at least once a day during the week. So it's Monday through Friday. Early in the semester, I tend to check in more often. I do not check in on weekends unless I can absolutely help it. Because I like that work-life balance. So I will respond to your questions and emails within 48 hours. However, if you email me late on a Friday, you may not hear back till Monday because of that weekend thing. I will never, ever alter course assignments or add a surprise quiz or a test. Guess what? Here's an assignment. It's worth half your grade, but I didn't tell you about it. No, that's not me. Any changes to the schedule I make in advance in writing, and usually it's allowing extra time. And I'm always willing to explain things that aren't clear, to answer questions. Please don't hesitate to ask if something confuses you, rather than just kind of go along and go, well, I'll just kind of puzzle it out. Ask, all right? I'm not going to take off points if you ask me questions, okay? All right, so now that you've worked through this, finish the Start Here module, which includes that little syllabus quiz I told you about and the introductory exercise. And then the next module for this week is the writing process. So you need to work through that as well. And welcome to class.